Hello everybody. This video is going to be a very quick video on how to do some extremely basic editing of Second Life screenshots. I am using Photoshop, but this method I have used in Clip Studio, Paint, and SAI. I am just using Photoshop right now because that's what I have open. So anyway, what I have here right now is I'm about to take my screenshot in Black Dragon Viewer, which creates the best shaders for me without like having to take too many multiple screenshots to get the shadows that I want. So what I usually do sometimes is I will take a photo with dark shadows, and then I will take a photo of a different wind light with a different wind light. So I'm actually gonna freeze the world and do that really quick. So just take my screenshot. I am taking 6000 by 3178 screenshot right now because that creates an extremely clear screenshot. That's pretty much how you get those extremely clear screenshots. It's like 6000 by 3178 and using your view angle. And obviously Black Dragon has all these really awesome options. So right now, actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to have to take multiple angle screenshots, but I'm going to take one anyway. Let me see here. Let's take another one to do something with. Because I will composite these in as one. Alright, okay. That's good for now. So we're going to reset all my settings because you do not want to have your shadows all the way up at max when you have Photoshop open. So let's detach that. And I'm going to fix my... take away that window. And I'm going to just fix my wind light really quickly before I go in Photoshop. Okay, so what I did here is I took two different screenshots with different lighting. And this is going to create a really cool effect in the end. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy that, put that over there on top of the other one. Then I'm going to click overlay. And we already have some really cool stuff going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the opacity a bit to about 70 is what I did. That'll be different depending on what kind of background you have going on here. I just have a plain background. And then after I do that, I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to put that on multiply. And then I'm going to adjust the opacity on that again. Alright, so we have some really nice looking shading here. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and merge them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to merge them. I'm going to make a copy of the merge. And then we're going to paste that. Alright. So, now that we have it all merged, I know I took a copy of it and then undid the merging. So after that, we're going to duplicate the duplicate. So now we have the picture, and then we have a duplicate of the picture. And then what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I'm just going to do not a lot. That's good. Alright. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take out an eraser and put the opacity down to about 70. And then what we're going to do is we're going to erase the main figure on the layer that you did the Gaussian blur on. So it creates an edge effect, the blurred edge effect, which looks really nice. And I mean, obviously you can do this multiple times to create the effect that you want, which is I'm gonna do again. I'm gonna do it again. Alright, Photoshop, thank you. There we go. Now we have a really cool looking blurred effect. So after this, what I'm going to do is I am now going to pull up a texture. I have been using these paper textures by Hebary for about 6 years for just about everything, art and screenshots. So I would recommend pulling up the paper textures by Hebary. You can find them on her DeviantArt. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to put that texture, the paper texture, on the topmost layer, and then I'm going to stretch it. Don't worry about it looking stretched, it's just going to be an overlay. You're not going to see the details of it. Plus, in Photoshop, it won't ruin it too much, so that's plus why I'm glad I switched to Photoshop. So what we're going to do is we're going to set that layer to overlay. We're going to lower the opacity on that. Alright, and then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an adjustment layer, hue and saturation, and I'm going to clip that to the texture. And now I'm going to adjust hue and saturation of it to see what I can get here with some cool stuff. Alright, that looks good. And lastly, see, this is it. This is just 5 minutes. I'm going to take a copy of this one just for safety's sake. And then I'm going to filter, sharpen, smart sharpen. So I'm going to do a sharpen effect. Alright. And then it's going to take forever to load because it's Photoshop. But yeah, this is literally it. That took 5 minutes. So I hope this was helpful in some way to people who are just beginning to edit Second Life screenshots. Important to note, I have a very good computer. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM and a GTX 960. You probably will not be able to take high quality 6K screenshots without crashing. And even then, with my computer, putting up your shadow quality in a heavily dense foliage area can cause crashing. So I would recommend, if you're a new person to editing screenshots, take it on a background that's literally just a white box for now. So it's much better to play with your effects and other things on a white background anyways. So yeah. There's a finished project. I hope it was helpful. Have a good day.